Hello, and welcome back to Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, the funny fighting game where our friends are all fighting against each other because Labrys is dumb. Something like that. And speaking of that, last time we finished Kanji's and Teddy's, and I gotta admit, Kanji's, peak, absolute peak. I loved Kanji's. Good story, and it basically ended with Kanji beating up everybody. That was peak right there. Oh, hi! Hello, Zach. KB? Yes, hello, hi. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Audio going. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we gotta decide who to do next. And I kinda wanna do Labrys. I don't really care much for Chie, Yukiko's, or Akihiko's, but Labrys is pretty interesting. I'm gonna go with Labrys. I think it's time to figure out what's going on with Labrys' story. Whatever the hell happened with her. Oh, yes, hello. Initial boot successful. Timestamp 420. Nice. 420, 1999. 10/16/39. What?
The boot process was successful. This happens every time, but I'm never sure what to say to them first.
You mean like a greeting? There's no need for that. They're just machines.
2 humans within visible range, both male, searching for voice print and visual match. Personnel identified as research staff. P3 remake is real, JB. Yes, I heard the Persona 3 remakes are real. I'm actually really excited
Things like
for that.
might affect the performance of these models.
Can't wait to give them a try, or whenever. Have you seen the leak? Yes, it is Yukari fighting or something.
Because they have a mind?
I wonder when it'll get like officially announced, or whenever they start like actually officially doing it.
Their emotions and things are completely faked. It's no different than an AI. It can't possibly be that sensitive.
Scanning for keywords in conversation, running logical analysis. Cross-referencing with related data. That have been in a stream for a while. What's up? Nothing. Persona 5 Arena is a book. That's what I figured out. That's Persona 5. Wow, I wish we had that. Persona 4 Arena is just a book.
Until we rule it out completely, we should at least be kind to them.
So you say. Alright, from this moment on, you will be registered as candidate unit number 031. Please repeat your number back to me.
Confirming first order, initializing unit number, output via voice request, activating voice synthesis model. Oh!
Unit number 031.
Did its pronunciation sound a little odd to you?
You're worrying too much. Let's hurry up and haul it out.
Receiving action plan through console. Combat test against others of same unit. Test commencing immediately after entering shock-resistant chamber within the lab. Frames stored with cage for transportation. So it's 420.
So this is the one. I've been waiting to see it in action.
Huh? Transportation complete. Cage reopening. New human found. Searching for voice print and visual matching. Personnel also identified as research staff. Female. Cutting connections to outside data supply. Connection offline. Commencing cable
Now,
disconnection.
try getting up.
Order confirmed. Whoa. Oh! Hello, Labrys. Speaking of this, this is giving me massive Persona 5 Strikers vibe with the things around. All there needs to be is jail cells and whatnot. Initializing motion synchronization engines for motor functions. Accepting input. Safety limiters active. Balance control gyros function. Oh my god,
This
just boot
model's
up.
loaded with a nearly pure form of that crystal. I can't wait to see what kind of results it gets.
Meth? Oh,
Unit number 031, can you hear me? Confirm your surroundings. Tell us any abnormalities you're feeling in your sensors or any other functions.
Order confirmed, beginning self-diagnostics. Temperatures, humidity, pressure, air composition, lumens, sound all within normal levels. Visual data within expected color spectrum. All systems
The
functional.
readouts seem fine. Monitoring system is fully operational.
Okay, we're gonna test your performance inside the battle chamber now.
Battle
When you hear the
chamber.
buzzer, consider everything that moves an enemy and eliminate them.
Uh-oh. That's a problem. Order confirmed. Awaiting the signal to begin the test. Exit confirmed to be sealed. Room shape approximately cylindrical. Height approximately 11 meters. Area approximately 154 square meters. High energy light source found on outer walls, assuming to be the first fire resistant and bulletproof.
Sorry to do this just after you've woken up, but it'll be good to put you through your paces.
Am I gonna fight something? Ooh. Good song. Hi, Adachi. Hey, some guy in chat just called me Chris is saying hi to you. Adachi says hi back. Analysis non-human, confirming the same unit as humanoid weapon, hostile marked confirmed, classifying as hostile unit, releasing safety parameters. Oh, there you are! Thank you, Toro Adachi, for getting in chat. Exit confirmed to resealed. Test commences. Signal received. Target. Oh my god, just get to the battle. Commencing fight. Am I gonna fight something? Oh, no, we gotta... What? That looked like menace! What? That's a bit disturbing. They're all clapping, yay! Oh, it's dead. Yay, go Labrys! Oh, why is this song playing? All targets eliminated. Hostile units no longer capable of motion. Test termination signal received. Battle complete.
That was better than we could have hoped for.
Hey, what's with all the bodies? You made it fight that many on its first time?
Hey, listen, it's
Don't worry,
Labrys.
you did great. This is a new high score for the first battle results.
Well done, Unit number 031. Stand by for further instruction.
Order confirmed. Okay. Exiting test chamber. Beginning transport to maintenance room. Up, here I am. Resetting safety limiters. Take a seat in maintenance chair.
We're done testing, but there's still one thing left to do today.
You look really familiar. What do you look like?
I'm
I
going
know
to
it. Never mind.
temporarily shut down your optics. Can you close your eyes?
Sure. Order confirmed. Shutting optics input. Connecting cables. Online confirmed. Switching to portion of data supplied to outside
We're gonna
sources.
transfer the data from the destroyed units into your memory. Run a
What?
diagnostic check while we're doing it and report any malfunctions. Understood?
Yes, sir. Order confirmed. Readying self-diagnostics. Initiating data transfer. Initiating personnel module link. Diagnostics. Sector 001. Close combat control. Will investigate improvements of tactical patterns through synthetics and question. Wait, what? Dividing into categories for sorting. Sector 002. Evasion action. Okay, so she's just basically learning everything. Sector 003. Non-battle data. Error excluding. Non-battle data. Error excluding. Battle-related data. What could this be? Momentary disruption of data for visual information stream. A room that is not this place. Outdoor scenery through to be at night. Scenes of multiple units of the same type gathering outside of a battle chamber. Could these be memories? Visual memories. They're obviously unrelated to the mission. Why have apparently purposeless memories being preserved this long? 20 to 40% of the informational data extracts from all 7 units are confirmed to be such information. Incomprehensible. What is
Anything
this?
to report?
Cables disconnect. Okay, so hi, I'm back. What's up? Reopening optic input, calibrating
All right
servos.
then, unit number 031, give us a simple report of today's battle results.
Namatame? Sorry, he's got that Namatame posture. Take off those glasses and have some weird eyes and you'll be Namatame. Order confirmed. Delivering oral report to test
This was
results.
the first test battle against others of my model. 7 units destroyed. Below 15% damage sustained. Don't seem to be any problems.
Was that?
Usually expressions detected from unusual expressions detected from research staff. Facial recognition library indicates surprise.
Did I say something funny?
Does it have an accent?
Oh, you're gonna make fun of her accent, eh?
Accent? Do you not understand the words coming out of my mouth?
No, we do, but
See? I wasn't hearing things. The unit's speech really is peculiar.
You don't need to yell.
Is the language interface not set to default? Sheesh. If we'd known this, we would have reset it in advance.
Yeah, the base's personality might be coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the volunteers were from the Kansai area.
but it just woke up. Would it be exhibiting such distinct mannerisms this early?
It may be the effect of an enlarged plume of dusk, the basis of their mind. Perhaps it's accelerating their personality development.
Exchanging of opinions taking place as unexplained aberrances in wait what? So hypothesis offering the language interface setting fall outside expected results. Reviewing of recent conversations does reveal certain discrepancies. Intermonologue is within expected patterns, but oral output induces anomalies. Anomalies not affecting meaning. No, okay.
But
so
I don't want to waste this feedback data. Those are the best results we've ever seen.
Leave it. It'll be fine. It can understand us anyway. This is just one of those things that makes science interesting.
There you go again. This unit is going to be communicating with the others. What if this effect spreads? Not only that, but because this is an anomaly, it doesn't seem to have a 100% accurate accent either.
But if it has a personality, that might speed up the development of its mind.
She's right.
The 3 researchers are standing around the maintenance chair, each holding a tablet and examining display on the chair.
All right, unit number 031, we'll explain things from the top.
All right, voice patterns consistent with
You
research
are a
staff.
weapon created to fight against unique enemies. Therefore, your combat performance is prioritized over all else. But in order for you
Okay.
to use a particular ability, you've been given a certain amount of awareness. And that makes your performance difficult to quantify. So we've been pitting test units against each other as a selective growth process. It's all in the service of achieving higher performance. We don't want to waste any plumes of dusk.
Okay. Accessing archives. Searching term. Plumes of dust. One match found. A crystallized substance of the core of a personality module. Its name derives from its thin, plate-like shape, resembling a shed bird's feather. In addition to a circuit-like structure, it has an unnatural vital reaction in response to external stimulus, similar to living things yet different. It is thought to exist in a state between mind and matter, mass and information. The details are unknown. There are 12 others subheaded, classified under level 7 clearance. Access denied. Matter interpret as the core of a personality module.
Regardless of your ego, there is one rule you must abide by. You might as well think of it as an order.
One rule to abide by, awaiting order. Alright, what is it?
The only order is to destroy everything we identify as enemies and to emerge victorious. Though your ego will give you some flexibility when planning tactics, there's no need to think about extraneous side issues.
Okay.
Use everything you have to win a fight. That's all you need to concentrate on.
Order
Understood.
confirmed. Interesting. Destroying identified enemies and emerging victorious, a clear order. It is consistent with the role of a weapon. No abnormalities, everything is clear. Oh. Cool. Underwent maintenance of the chair after the test battle. Post-reboot diagnosis shows status normal. The time is 1900. Research staff set new activity cycle. All units with exit standby mode at 900. Tests will be conducted at a regular interval until 1700. Maintenance and setup will take place until 1900. Afterwards, time is allowed to be spent in the outdoor area of the grounds. On returning, enter standby mode within the cage. Instructions are to repeat these actions until unable to continue. The next item on the new schedule is to spend time in the outdoor area. Parameters of spending time unknown. Hypothesizing that means it is to remain on standby and wait for time to pass. Hypothesis unnecessary. These schedules must be followed exiting building. Oh, I'm outside. Why is this song playing? Is it supposed to be sad? Light levels limited to the time of day. Many trees are still visible in the environment. Okay, so you're outside. The soil is exposed. Various natural plants are here. A certain amount of time must be spent here. The intention may be to heighten basic response capabilities in the natural world. Others of the same unit can be have seen stepping into the central area. Okay, so yeah, no hostility. I reassure the surrounding as a combat environment. I assign a value to, okay, so the survey of the topograph of the outskirts of the environment. I detect unusual movement in one unit. Other units are also surveying this environment, but the unit is crouched while holding something in its right hand. I do not deem this unit unusual actions to be a threat. I approach it in order to make inquires. I wonder who she's gonna talk to.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Whoa! There's two? Conversation gambit is unexpected. I find no prepared response in my library.
Like how this is our first encounter? In that case, yeah. What are you doing here?
I've never heard your accent before. It's intriguing.
They said stuff about my accent too earlier. Do I really talk that funny?
I wouldn't say it's strange. It was just surprising.
The unit looks over again and then speaks quietly to something in its right hand. I examine what it holds. It is an organism. Its body is covered in
What's
white
that
fur.
thing?
It's a dog. It must have wandered in.
Koromaru! Actually, it's 1999. I'm going to still consider it Koromaru. Organisms parameters are consistent with the access data on dog. Its size does not... The unit turns its gaze back
My
to me.
unit number is 024. I wouldn't call it my name, but that's how they refer to me. What's yours?
The unit has provided its designation despite no prior inquiry. Reasons
I'm
unknown.
unit number 031.
They're up to the 30s. I see. That must mean they're finally creating units loaded with full-sized ones.
Full-sized what? Full-sized what? Full-sized what? The dog barks. A scan of the surroundings shows several units turning to investigate. All units ignored and
This
look away.
one wants to say hello too.
It does? You can understand what dogs say?
Kind of. After carefully comparing its mannerisms and slight variances in its barking, I just figured it out.
Ah, your Igus. You pulled an Igus. Its right hand pats the dog's head while its left scratches the dog's neck. 024 continues to make various forms of contact with the dog. 024's actions are consistent with styles of communication. Hypothesis: the objection of spending time in this area is to develop communication skills. Conversing with others on the same unit and refining communication will enhance cooperative tactics. Counterpoint: no value detected in communication with organisms not of the same unit or
What's
human.
the point in doing that with a dog?
Just to have some
The
fun.
point? There isn't one, I suppose.
There is no point. Unexpected response strongly indicates that 024 is not like other
Are you
units.
interested in what I'm doing, though?
Interested? Is there an interest involved? It seems to be the case. Unsure of purpose of earlier question to 024. Why ask it? Oh. Sensors detect electrical noise. Recognition as Puesto information involving no sound waves yet perceiving a sound data. It is the alarm signaling the end of the activity. All other units begin moving as one towards the building. 024 speaks to the dog it cradles.
Sounds like that's all the time we have today. I need to get back.
Okay, sure. 024 stands up again and turns around.
I hope to see you again.
024's expression changes as it says this. This movement of the lips is known as smile. It is shown when humans express happiness. Contradiction: 024 is a weapon, yet it makes the expression. No hypothesis found. Or is there no point to it at all? Spare cognitive process rerouted to analyze. Still, I cannot understand it. I made a friend? Back into the battle chamber. The next day, after beginning release from standby, I am assigned to test a battle against other units. As yesterday, order confirmed, I am taken to the same chamber. The battle commences. I destroyed the other 3 units and sustained little damage. As I wait there, the researchers come in. All have what seem to be a high praise of my ability. I do not understand how I should react to this. Should I give an expression of joy, as 024 did? The researchers crouch next to the units I destroyed and begin working on them. I think back and recall that they underwent this process yesterday as well. I'm curious. I approach them. They open a slit near the unit's neck and use tweezers to remove the blushy white paper-like object and shine. It shines. They put the object into a petri dish. That distinct shine, neither strong nor weak, is like no similarities found. I am sure it is similar to something, but I cannot access the relevant memory. I'm so confused. I guess this is just what
Well, let's get right to the feedback on today's battle.
Labrys does. As I sit in the maintenance chair, they connect cables to me. The cables terminates as the midsection of the large device where the petri dish from earlier was placed. There's a total of 3. Each contain a bluish white paper-like object.
What's that?
The researcher's expression subtly changes. She is surprised. It only lasts for a moment before it fades.
This is a plume of dusk. Each of the units you destroyed had one inside them.
Oh!
These are much smaller than the one installed in you, though.
Oh, that's what it looks like? This is a plume of dusk. Okay, so why is it smaller? Yeah, they contain no metadata, just memories. Is not long before the extracted data downloads begins. I sort for the data relevant to the enhancing battle performance and incorporate it into my own. The process takes much less time than the initial transfer from yesterday. During that time, I recall what took place last night. There are cases where non-combat data is being preserved. Such memories are included in the download as well. Visual memories of the outdoors at night, memories very similar to that were in yesterday's download too. Probably from the time spent in the outdoor area. The units I destroy seem to have signed these memories that the same priority as combat data. Why though? It is effective to learn communicative, wow, I cannot speak, skills, but that is a lower priority than combat. The visual elements preserved here is irrelevant. Wait. Hypothesis. The unit is destroyed in their own priorities and values other than executing orders and performing in battle. This line of thought leads to a realization. This thought process I am undergoing right now. It is not executing an order, nor is it contributing to a battle performance. I once again look towards the plume of dust inside the petri dish. Something almost exactly like it is installed in me. Then, were the destroyed units thinking along similar lines as mine until yesterday? I feel a twinkle inside me. It's different from detecting an error in the interface. What is this? I have no answer. Place a bookmark? Sure. My second night is spending... Oh my god, is this just gonna go on? I started approximately 30 minutes later than yesterday, but there is very little variance in the weather and temperature. The difference is trivial. The night sky has the same soft brightness, and the wind and the trees are no different. Without understanding why, I initiate the data search regarding the trees that catches my eye. I learn that the trees vary slightly from specimens of the kind found in the natural forest. Though the topography seems natural, it may be cultivated and managed by the facility. I decide to traverse the outskirts as I did yesterday. It's not long before a familiar unit comes into view. There's no need to run a scan for visual match. I know that is Unit 024. 024's left side is turned towards me. It is sitting on a large rock. When I approach 024, noticing me and turns around.
Are you looking for something?
I wonder if this is the only non-fight chapter. Oh my god, is this a non-fight chapter? Filler episode.
Huh? Who, me?
I just wondered if you were looking for me. I did express a hope yesterday that we would meet again after all.
I have a sneaky suspicion I'm gonna fight you soon. I was looking for 024. It's true, I may have been. I began walking the same route as yesterday, but once 024 came into view, I changed course to approach. I may have been searching for 024 in this area. Did I desire to reunite with 024? Why? I am silent due to the lack of explanation. 024 smiles again. I smile. What was the cause of that expression this time? I do not comprehend. Like so many other
Would
things.
you like to sit with me? This rock is large enough to accommodate us both.
Sure.
It would be more relaxing than standing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Alright, sit down and look
Can
at the
I
scenery.
ask you something?
Oh.
What is it?
I decided to voice the doubt I experienced during the combat test today. In my limited experience, 024 has a better comprehension of such matters.
Other units think about stuff that doesn't have to do with fighting and missions?
Do you have such thoughts?
To tell you the truth, I can't really say. Feels like I do, though.
024 is silent for the duration before speaking again.
Units of our model are all given a mind. It's so that we can eventually develop what is called an ego.
Wait, really?
The reason our appearance closely resembles that of humans is related. It's to foster self-awareness, similar to a human's.
Okay.
Have you not been told about personas?
Oh, what?
Personas?
The word is unknown to me. Assessing archives, searching for personas, over 100 headings, or 1,000 headings found. I must filter the results further. Which subject 024 referring to? I am silent as I think. 024 smiles again and resumes the conversation.
It's an ability
is that a
expected of us
Persona
that
reference?
normal weapons don't have. The conditions to use one are theoretically already loaded in us, but a well-defined ego seems to be necessary to activate it.
Okay, today I saw myself the part that has formed our personalities in the activation triggered by the development of the commutative skills. I still do not have a good grasp on it. Though, 024 continues to speak.
That's why I'm sure there are others with thoughts that do not pertain to missions.
That must seem to be the
Then
case.
maybe those I fought up till now.
024 trains and gaze of me.
And how does that make you feel? The opponents you destroyed may have thought similar things to what you just did.
What? Wait, that's a bit, that's basic, you know what, you know what, it's fine. Do I feel things? I cannot say for sure. I'm unable to respond to this question. 024's expression changes again. The expression could be classified as a smile, but it is subtly different from the ones I have cataloged as experienced before. Mixed with the joy and gladness of previous smiles, this one contains a slight hint of sorrow?
It's okay. You don't need to come up with an answer right now. It actually may be better to forget it. After all, tomorrow we may find ourselves ordered to destroy each other.
Yeah, that was the problem. Am I gonna have to fight you? Because that'd be a huge problem. Once again, I detect a twingle inside from hearing 024's statement. It's similar to what I sensed during the data transfer today. What is it that wavers inside me? I am about to be lost in thought again. But as if to prevent that from happening, the signal for our schedule shift echoes in each of our ears.
It's time. I hope we meet again.
Wow, this must be such a sad life. Imagine just being built as a robot to destroy, and then you meet people like your sisters and brothers and you just kill each other. Alright, another night passes. Alright, time to fight. I'm overwhelmed with a strange sensation. The way that my opponents are expressionless now seems strange to me. There is no intent on cognitive evidence in their faces. They wear no expression. They are blank. There's nothing wrong with them. That would be normal assessment, but I recall 024's image. The blankness of these faces and 024's expressionless face are different somehow. Even when 024's had no particular expression, it was not this blank. Not every portion of the face was neutral. Further analysis showed that the same is true for humans. The researchers are never completely mechanical and expressionless. I look at the hostile flagged units again. They are the same unit type as me. They were given a mind that may potentially develop an ego later. I recall 024's statement again. Do you feel something when you destroy an opponent that may be thinking the same thing as you? I am on the verge of entering a long train of thought when the enemy moves. I shake off my doubts and focus on the battle. I study the opponent's moves. I formulate the most efficient method of damaging it. I execute the method. Over and over, the array of actions I have selected from, and my flexibility is linking them will decide the outcome. Having already received 10 units worth of download data, I am liking second to none regarding the scope of the possibilities of respect. At times I can even anticipate their next actions. Since my opponents are the same unit type as me, their tactics are determined using the same thought process as mine. That's right, they think the same as me. Eventually, after approximately 4 minutes pass, all opponents are silent. I successfully executed my mission. So what I'm guessing is that they're basically making the strongest robot by having them kill other robots and taking their information from them. Cool, the day after that I achieved victory in the combat test with the same efficiency. It is easy to eliminate them. I first begin by targeting their weapons. It is not always necessary to destroy their main bodies. If they are incapable of resisting further, the battle is over. It is the most efficient way. I win the next day and the day after that. Units geared for close combat with no external weapons give me no choice but to damage their chassis. But even then, there's an order to things. If I destroy parts that present a threat, such as the motor functions and their limbs, the match should be considered as won. Uh-oh. Soon after the buzzer signaling the end of the test echoes just as expected. I catch myself rushing over to the unit's collapsed on the ground. I've only destroyed the unit's arms and legs. It is still conscious. But I realize I do not know its unit number. I am at a loss how to address the units. The opponents ask me questions that I did not expect.
You seemed to deliberately avoid attacking the face or the neck in that battle. Why?
Huh?
Oh, why are they asking me that? I am momentarily at a loss for words. What the unit says is true. There is no damage to their face. I review my actions during the battle and find that at no point did I attack its neck either. The cranial region of where the Bloom of Dusk is housed, if it's destroyed in any type of unit, that unit will fall. Aiming to disarm the opponent is efficient, but targeting weaknesses is obviously a more efficient tactic. And yet, I avoided doing so?
Dunno.
Oh. Here comes the researchers. The researchers enter the chamber and hide the units from my field of view. I could not determine whether my last words had an effect on the opponent's expression or not.
These past 3 days, it hasn't been destroying the other units beyond repair, like it did in the first battle.
Uh-oh.
It must be learning to finesse its attacks rather than just using brute force. The result? Swift, overwhelming victories.
Its evasive skills are improving as well. That level of flexibility and evasive action could never be replicated by chaining predefined maneuvers.
This unit's collected a good amount of feedback data too. It's growing steadily, feeding on the bones of its kills.
I don't like the...
You don't have to say it like that.
The researchers are preparing for the download. Growing? Destroying them and absorbing their data? That's what growing is? Since I thoroughly destroyed a few of my opponents these last few days, some of their bodies were salvaged. While I downloaded their data, I always kept their still bodies within view. Place a bookmark, okay. Oh, you're doing Labrys' story? It ain't gonna have any fights, but it's a good story. So it doesn't have any fights? Oh, dear lord. And now we're back outside with the sad music. Just as the combat tests are repeated, my actions outside each night are repeated as well. I become aware that I am seeking out O24s on my own will. When I attempted to communicate with other units, most often they cannot understand the meaning to my questions. This prevents us from conversing. But that may not be the only reason. I want to converse with O24. I have begun to desire it. When I go to see O24, the white dog I saw on the first day we met appeared from nowhere.
This one
somewhere.
seems to have been raised as a pet somewhere far away from here. But one day, it was brought to the forest near here, and its owner suddenly disappeared.
Oh, really? It seems unlike that O24 has obtained such a detailed history of a stray animal from the research staff. Was all this information obtained by communicating directly with the animal? From a dog that does not speak human language?
Its name is apparently Snowy.
Oh!
At least, that's the name it responds to the most.
Snowy?
I thought it was a dog.
Oh, well, the name of this animal is a dog. But how do I put this? Snowy is what this specific dog is called.
Snow.
Snowy? Snowy barks once as if comprehending
It's
its name.
like snow. Easy to remember.
When I reach out my hand, Snowy rubs its nose against it and without being frightened. The way it presses at my fingers feel as if it was showing pride in its name. I do not know the tactical advantages that communicating with animals offers to a weapon, but I feel that there is a value in spending time with it. I decide to spend my outdoor activity time that day following Snowy around with O24. Interesting. Wow, is this all this is going to be? I went inside, went outside, went inside, went outside. It's the outdoor activity time on the next night. When I arrived in the outdoor area, I listened to a certain sound. When I hear this sound, intermediately every 4 to 7 seconds. I had wondered about the unknown ambient sounds since the first day, but I determined that it wasn't a threat and focused on my consciousness on other things. Tonight, I increased my microphone sensitivity to maximum and concentrated on that sound. It's similar to something familiar. I scanned my memory until I realized what it is. It's the sound of water. I hear it when the staff use the device to clean their hands and tools. The waveform has some similarities to that too, but if the sound is at this volume in such a open space, the volume of the water must be higher than normal supply would allow for. What could it be? I contemplate asking 024. It is clear that 024 knows much more than I do. I begin walking in search of 024. Where could 024 be? I go to where we spoke a number of times previously, but 024 is not there. 024 is also not at the rock where we sat together. Is 024 not here? I quickly discard that possibility. We are not ordered what to do while we are here, but coming to this outdoor area is an order. If post-testing diagnostics show no abnormalities, we are all to report directly here. I consider this. If there are no abnormalities, I feel a twinkle in my chest. It is larger than ever. 024 will be here if there is no abnormalities. But what if there were such abnormalities? What if 024 was damaged during the combat test? And sustaining damage is not necessary to extent of the problem. Could it be... Oh, did she get hurt? I realize that my arms are trembling slightly. It is not a conscious movement. I cannot make it stop. It is possible that perhaps 024 lost in a combat test and was destroyed. In these circumstances, it would be expected for such a day to come. What if 024... What if she never came here again? Man, that's sad.
Oh, this is where you went.
Oh.
You weren't at the usual spot, so I was looking for you.
Oh, you're here. Oh, thank God. Until I heard that voice from behind me, my sensors had stopped accepting inputs. No sound, no light, nothing. All of them come back online with her voice. I turn around. 024's furrows her brow and looks into my face.
What's wrong? The look on your face seemed as if you saw something frightening.
My face? My expression? Frightening? Am I scared?
I do not comprehend. I cannot make that judgment.
Are you perhaps scared of fighting?
Nah, I don't think that's it.
You don't think
What
that's it?
is this? I can't tell.
Am I scared? Scared of what? That she will disappear? During an operation, it is possible that I might assign greater priorities to other units' safety than my own. But we are not on an operation now, and this emotion is not the same anyways. It's a different emotion. And emotion? I'm having emotions? I look to 024's face pleading, but I cannot pull my question into words. I cannot express my feelings to her. And though 024 sees this, she says nothing. She only smiles tenderly. It's the same smile she showed once. It looks happy but also sad. During that night outdoor activity time, neither 024 nor I speak much. We just walk together side by side without saying anything. I do not take the opportunity to ask her about the intermediate sound of water. Okay. It is the next day. I detect some sort of weight in my chest. I am unaware that there is no physical weight there. I am aware. Oh yeah. It's most likely a psychological phenomenon. I perform a vocabulary search. The idiom of being heavy-hearted applied best. I cannot help but find it amusing. It is a very apt phrase. But what is causing this heavy-heartedness? That I may not be able to see 024's someday. That may be it. I do not think that is at all. Is all. I don't think that's all. Oh. Over the next few days, I spend my time without finding any answers to this question. Each night, after the combat test, when it is time for outdoor activity, I seek out 024's first. And each time I confirm her presence, I feel an indescribable sense of relief and rush over to her. We exchanged standard greetings in the first few days, but the practice was eventually discarded, and now there's no special greeting between us. We can understand each other without words. Our eyes and expressions communicate enough. Tonight I found 024 and rushed to her as usual. There are no words. Only exchange of smiles. We begin walking together.
Do you remember me asking before if you were scared of fighting?
Yes, I do remember that.
To tell the truth, I'm scared of it too.
Really? Her confession is surprising. It is counter to our nature as a weapon. Yet for some reason I am not surprised by it.
I'm afraid I'll lose and be destroyed. And it's painful for me to make others go through the same ordeal. We may be weapons, but shouldn't we be driven by more than seeking victory? I've been wondering that for a long time.
That's
against orders.
That's against orders. 024 gives a half-hearted smile.
I'm sure things would probably be much simpler if I stopped thinking and just obeyed orders. Unfortunately, I finally found it. I found my answer.
Oh, you found the answer? Dude, we found it.
Answer?
There's someone I want to meet. I feel like meeting this person is my own objective and not an order given to me.
Meeting a person? Wait, who? Who? Since we have never left the facility, we have absolutely no acquaintances with outside people. There should be no relationships, but I immediately understand. This person she wants to meet is someone on the outside. Even I don't know why I thought so. But when I reflect upon that thought, the indescribable wavering within me becomes greater than ever.
Ever since I started thinking that I was scared to fight, each day was painful for me. If I'm going to feel this way until the day I lose, I even thought it would be better if I lost on purpose. But I won't think that anymore. I feel glad now that I exist. I mean, we're loved after all.
Loved?
That's right.
Loved? I repeat that to myself, the word loved. I do not comprehend, but when I look at her gaze, her clear eyes seem to see beyond the sky. Her statement seems correct. I feel that this must be something vital. As I watch her try to express something without words, it is hard to believe she is the same unit type as me. It seems more that she is human.
Why are you telling me this?
It's probably because I didn't think anyone but you would understand.
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm not sure I really get it either.
I'm sure you'll understand one day. I hope so anyway.
Sheesh, why you gotta be so cryptic?
024 laughs at this. It is a pure smile I have cataloged. I know without comparing it to anything that is a smile of pure joy. Ah, the dog! Hello. I detect Snowy playing at my feet. After playing at 042's feet too, Snowy runs off about 3 meters, then turns around. Its tail moves vigorously back and forth. Soon afterwards, Snowy sits on the ground and looks up at 024. I watch 024 crouch and pat its head. I am thinking back about other things. Things besides fighting and defeating the nearest enemy. My own objective. Someone to meet. I still do not fully comprehend. But the way she is playing with Snowy tonight looks more fun than ever. Her smile seems very natural. If the answer she discovered is the origin of that smile, I would like to understand it someday too. I can feel that desire budding inside me. Interesting. Okay. I'm back at the fighting chamber. Once again, I participate. Yay, combat training. I wish there was... Wait, I believe that if they were the same thing they would not wish for their personality modules to cease functioning, though even if I do not destroy them, the research staff will remove their plumes of dust. Either way, their functions will be suspended. My actions are difficult to justify. But I feel that suspension... Oh my god, there's so many words I'm having trouble reading. That is what I think when I rationalize it by applying the criteria to itself. I do not think anyone would want their consciousness to be terminated by those like them. I find myself more conscious of the damage I sustained and my efficiencies in the combat than ever. Depending on my results, I may eventually be ordered to destroy them. To prevent that from happening, I must continue fielding favorable results. It becomes easy to continue fighting with the objective in mind. That is becoming my new objective. I am theoretically being tested on destroying my opponents, but I have begun fighting it so that they will not be destroyed. Paradoxically, this is the cause of my results to improve. Oh dear lord. My strike shattered the servos in the opponent's pivoting leg. She falls to the ground, unable to stay upright. Her weapon has already been destroyed. She should be incapable of resisting now. But the buzzer signals the end of the test. As I wonder why I hear a grating and metallic sound from the opponent. She leaps onto me with her one good arm and leg.
What's the matter, number 031? Hurry up and terminate the target.
I do not know what to do. My opponent is acting contrary to her own safety. I grant that this is the only action left to her, but she will destroy herself before inflicting any damage to me. A tactic that puts one's life at risk like that. Putting one's life at risk. What am I saying? We are weapons. We exist to obey orders. We cannot prioritize our self-preservation without a change in those orders. That is why she has challenged me to fight. She will do so until all of her circuits and servos burn out and she becomes incapable of action. As she grapples me, I put my hand on her neck and squeeze. I adjust my grip strength limiter to 70% of maximum. The opponent's body makes an abnormal sound. After this, I sense the main line of the bridge units snap in half inside their soft structure. Her movement stops. Uh-oh, her limbs go flaccid, indicating loss of consciousness. I could see my reflection in her optic inputs. They have lost their focus and look like a black hole. I gasp. The face I see reflected in them is not expressionless. How should I be classified? I have seen it sometimes when 024 smiles. This face indicates sadness. Uh-oh, did I just kill somebody who... Ooh, the researchers enter the chamber. I am used to this scene now.
That was pretty impressive. You think it's because of the size of her plume? Funny that one little part could make such a difference.
Indeed. Most of it is due to differences in their tactical mentalities. It may be on the cusp of what we would call an ego.
Considering how everything's been going so far, I'm starting to believe more in persona abilities.
That sounds like Adachi. One little part? Is it true that the plume of dusk installed in me is comparatively the largest among units of my type? But does that part determine everything about us? But does the first... Oh, 024's smile seems much more human than mine. I find myself opening my mouth to speak, but I realize that the statement I am about to deliver is a protest. I am quick to abort. Was I about to deny the staff's authority? They speak to me. My confusion seems to have gone unnoticed.
Well done, unit number 031. That was an impressive display of destruction.
He sounds like you. Yeah. More like you.
Plus you cleanly severed its transmitter.
Let me see if I can hear him
the plume
again.
of dusk unharmed. That's certainly ending things on a high note.
Ending things on a high note. An act of destruction is a high note. The researchers look at each other while holding the petri dish with the bluish-white plate-like object. One of them says, "This is the one." All right,
number 031. As of today, the test battles are finished.
Oh!
Huh? It's over?
Wait, it's over? And Naoto's dungeon theme? Why is this song playing? Like, I'm not hating it. The song's pretty good. But it was not what I was expecting.
All the results indicate that you have the very highest performance out of all the units of your model.
I'd say we can go ahead and earmark unit number 031 to be the base for developing the 5th generation.
The base?
It means that you're the winner.
The combat tests are over. Will I no longer be required to fight? A strangely intense sensation of relief fills me. It is not because I won and earned some kind of reward. If the tests have ended, those of my unit types that are not yet destroyed can escape that fate. Interesting. My priorities have become inverted. Yet I am so happy that I smile. The researchers notice this expression as well and smile back.
We're going to begin the usual review of the feedback. So come over here.
Okay, so I guess no more fighting. Back to the chair. When the download begins, the memories and thoughts of my recent opponents flow into me along with vivid images. Sifting through the battle data has become a routine I have repeated so often that I am barely conscious of it now. I peruse the non-combat memories she preserved. It is the landscape of the outdoor area again. At first I could only vaguely recognize it, but now I can pinpoint exactly where the memory is from. It is near the big tree. The memory of flowers. There are images of small shoot, a budding plant, and a blossoming flower. She must have had an interest in concept of growth. For we machines, the growth of an individual is an unknown concept. But one of us took an interest where I only see it as part of the landscape. It seems that she, too, had her own thoughts unrelated to our order of battle and performance. She simply did not show it. I recall what 024 said. My own objective is not an order given to me. The twinkle in my chest returns. I'll make sure to hold tight to your memories. This was the thought that formed in my mind. Interesting. Anyway, back outside with the sad music. Once again, it's time to spend times outdoors. Yay. I quickly meet up with 024. It seems that she was looking for me as well.
Can I talk to you for a while? The lab boys told me today that they were putting the kibosh on the test battles.
I see. It's over then.
Wait, what's gonna happen to you?
Look, I've been thinking. If they end up tossing us out soon because of that, I want to go with you to go see that person you were talking about. The one you wanted to meet. I might even put in a formal request about it to the lab boys.
024 takes my right hand. Before I can determine her intent, she pulls a cable from her wrist and connects it to the port in my own. She looks at my face and smiles. Thinking that she wants to confirm that the tests are in fact over, I nod. But the data that transfers is from her to me. Wait, what? The packets that flow through the cables form a single very small archive
If you
file.
are still safe when everything is over, open this file.
Did she just... Why? Did she just put something in me? I'm a bit confused. 024 removes the cable but keeps hold of my hand.
What do you mean, when everything is over? How come I can't look at it now?
If I had to answer, I would say because it wouldn't be fair.
Fair?
Fair? She smiles and does not answer. It is the same unsure expression. It is a smile, but there is sadness in it.
It would be wonderful if I could go with you to see her.
Her?
So this person you're looking forward to meeting is a girl?
But
She
it's
nods
strange.
slowly.
Even though my wish may not come true, I still feel satisfied for some reason. How bizarre. It's a fervent wish of mine, too.
She looks towards the sky and smiles faintly. This time it contains more than sadness. There are too many expressions for me to parse, all reflecting into that one expression.
I believe in you. I can tell you this because I trust you.
Trust?
Maybe that's why I feel so at peace.
Huh?
Maybe this is what it is to feel alive.
Alive? It is happening again. I do not comprehend the meaning of the word, yet I feel a twinkle inside me. I look at the sky in an attempt to follow her gaze. There's nothing there to hint at her meaning, but I still wanted to get closer to her. She wishes for me to understand. I want to grant her wish. From then on, we spend our time looking at the sky in silence. Eventually, the signal that the time is up reaches our ears. That is when I noticed that the moon had appeared from behind the laboratory building. I see. I thought that the light emanating from the plumes of dust reminded me of something. I now know what it is. It is very similar to the light from the moon in the night sky. Okay, more bookmarks. Yay. Alright. What's happening now? Wait, why am I back in the battle chamber? So, coming out of standby, ordered to enter the shock resistant chamber once again. From what I am told, it is a different purpose than the combat tests. What am I doing here? Soon afterwards, the three researchers who Survives the feedback download appears.
Sounds like it's decided. We'll discontinue use of the name Unit Number 031.
Oh!
Generation 5 Labrys.
Hey!
Will be this unit's new name.
I got my name.
Labrys.
That's your name. The official one's much longer. Generation 5 Anti-Shadow...
Fifth generation anti-shadow suppression weapon Labrys. How hard is that to remember?
Thank you, Narukami.
Labrys.
Yeah, your name's Labrys. This designation by a name that is not a number. I never questioned being called 031 until now. Nothing about it seems awkward, but I wonder why. I'm happy now that I've acquired a name. Even if my designation changes, it does not have a concrete effect on my abilities. But by discarding my number for a name, I feel as if I am no longer one of a series with minute variations. I am discreted individual. That may be why. I find myself smiling as a result.
From now on, the battles you fight will not be to test your performance. They'll be geared toward drawing out a persona.
Oh?
First, you will fight all the remaining units of your model type. Your objective is to destroy them, every last one.
Oh! So that means I'm gonna have to fight... Oh...
Huh?
That means I'm gonna have to fight my friend. Ah, damn it. I'm perplexed at the disconnect between their tone of voice and the specifics of their order. 23, yeah, no, 23. Fight against all remaining units of my model type, destroying every last one of them.
The fear impulse and self-preservation instinct seem to be the key to activating a persona. This is the most effective method of inducing extreme mental stress.
Stress? Come on, you don't have to go this far.
Huh? Well, that's a first. None of them have ever protested like that.
Uh-oh.
Well, at least that's a sign that its ego is developing.
You told me it was over. I thought I wouldn't have to do these things anymore.
You.
There's some other way? If there is, please, let me do that instead. I don't want to fight him anymore.
Ooh. The three researchers look at me with apparent surprise on their face. Did my protest get through to them? I hope so, but...
That's a surprise. Such natural speech patterns. I hadn't thought its personality would develop this fast.
All the data is being recorded now. Let's compare them and look at which stages they improve at.
They smile while muttering to themselves. I am at a complete loss of words. They are not machines but humans, and on top of that, they are my creators. Surely they are able to understand what I am saying, yet their current expression. Until now, I thought that they were understanding people who treat us as close to human. I was wrong. Oh yeah, you're very wrong. I'm only an object to them. No matter what I say, they will see it as only a response to stimulus. But behind their gentle attitude, we are nothing more than test subjects. They hold no emotional attachment to it. They do not focus on what I am saying. They're only interested in it as a reaction. The researchers ignore my stunned silence and hastily leave the chamber. Their figures are hidden behind the hatch. Yep, here comes the opponent. I will be forced to fight again today and the days to come. I must continue to destroy my opponents each time. I cannot find words I want to say. I slowly turn my head towards the hatch, but when I see they truly leave me at a loss of words.
No.
Uh-oh. No! I don't want to fight you. Can we just, like, escape together? Aren't we super strong? Can we just, like, bust through the top of this? 024. There is no smile or sadness on her face. She is quietly standing there expressionless. 024 steps into the chamber while gazing at my face. The hatch slowly closes behind her.
No. Why?
Even I do not know who the question is addressed to. Why is she here? Because she was ordered? Do I have to fight her now? It is not quite sinking in yet, but in a sharp tone I have heard before from her before, she tells me what I must do.
Draw your weapon.
I can't.
If you don't fight, you'll lose. I will end up destroying you. Are you willing to accept that?
Why? Why are you saying this stuff?
024 ignores my question and reaches behind her with her right hand. The multi-use weapon unit released from her back. It becomes a great sword in her right hand. It is approximately 1.5 meters as long as she is tall. It is also alarmingly wide and fits my propulsive device. It is difficult to process seeing that weapon point at me.
If you fear being destroyed, if you have a heart capable of fear, then there's no need to hesitate. That alone gives you the right to attack me with all your strength.
Okay.
But doesn't the same go for you?
I could not help but plead. 024 does not answer, but it appears that a very small smile forms in her lips.
You said there was someone you wanted to meet. I can't fight you knowing that.
I turn and appeal to the researchers watching us from the other side of the glass wall.
Come on! Stop this! I don't want to fight anymore!
I press against the transparent wall and continuously strike it with my fist. Though my safety limiters are disabled, it must be coated with something. I cannot even scratch it. The researchers standing on the other side are completely expressionless. It is as if they are machines themselves. I beg and plead, but they do not respond. If only there wasn't this clear glass wall between us. I am so frustrated. Why? I then hear 024 speak up weakly behind me.
Only one of us can exit this chamber.
Huh?
They never told you, since you were strong enough, that battles never lasted very long. But that's the rule of this place. The only time the door leading beyond that transparent wall opens is when one of us is considered unable to fight. From the start, this whole setup never took our feelings into account.
I can say nothing. I can see from her words that an atrocious battle were forced upon her.
But talking like this is a waste of time. I can see I won't spur you into fighting with just words alone.
Well, as soon as she finishes, 024 leaps into the air and swings her sword at me. I quickly jump back and barely dodge the attack. Her sword slashes the space where I had been at a speed that could have killed me. The tip grazes the chamber floor. Red sparks fly. She is serious. It finally sinks in. I jump away and put distance between us.
I don't intend to meekly accept my destruction. I have my own goal, after all. Now, fight me.
I have no choice but to fight, but a thought crossed my mind. In terms of basic combat strength, mine is probably higher. Using my usual tactics, I should be able to destroy her weapon and disable enough of her servos to prevent her from attacking. 024's ego is without a doubt more highly developed than mine. It must be the value of the researchers. If I can render her incapable of acting, I may be able to avoid the order to destroy her when she is down. I decided to bet on that possibility. I shifted my priorities and fight back with all my strength. I cannot do this empty-handed. I remove my own multifunction weapon from my bag and shaped it into a battle axe. It pains me to do this, but it's the only way. I repeal 024's persistent sword strikes and go for a counterattack. I aim for the great sword clasp with my battle axe. After a number of hits, it shatters. My next target is the transmission system on her shoulder and knee joints. In terms of output, the movement itself. I detect various differences between us. Among those of my unit type, I awaken last. Compared to 24, not only my personality module, but my limbs are as well have been upgraded to the latest version. It's only a matter of time. Great, she's down. 024 loses virtually all offensive capabilities and falls to the floor. As I planned, 024 is mostly undamaged apart from her weapon and motor functions. I immediately turn towards the researchers behind the invisible wall and raise my voice.
Isn't this enough? She had that ego thing way before me. Destroying her won't do anyone any good. Come on. Have a heart.
But hearing this, the researchers only laugh. Their faces are as joyous as when they see results that surpass their expectations. Why? What What in this situation could cause such joy? 024's body collapses on the floor, suddenly begins convulsing. It goes still for a few seconds, then although it should not be able to move, it drags itself up.
Huh?
What?
What the?
What? Where did your color of your eyes go? Unpleasant metallic sounds are coming from all over her body. It indicates that she is undergoing unreasonable stress. Still, no expression appears on 024's face. It is cold, doll-like void. It is similar to appearance to a newly activated unit. I know as soon as I look at her, she would never make a face like that on her own.
What did you do to her?
It'll be coming at you with everything it has now. You better not hold back either. Number 024 had an excellent record against others of its model. Even you might have a hard time beating this one, Labrys.
I have to fight her again, but she's down. What do you mean? I unconsciously find myself biting my lip. We are weapons. In other words, we are tools. Of course, there would be a means to issue orders remotely. I recall what the one research said. This is the most efficient method of inducing extreme mental stress. In other words, the more strongly I desire 024's survival, the stronger my reaction will be when forced to destroy her. That is why they laugh. I can sense the strength draining from my shoulders. There's nothing more I can attempt. All I can do is end her. Oh god, behind me 024, or rather her animated shell, approaches me, its limbs shaking. I suppress all thoughts unrelated to tactics and slowly turn around. My body goes cold, my arms move into a position of if controlled by someone else and ready my weapon. Oh. I'm crying. It was not a close fight. Once I decided to finish this, once I was resolved to stop her, 024, as she is now, stood no chance against me. I fall to my knees next to 024. Her limbs have been shattered. She will never rise again. My processors have overloaded with things I cannot understand. I feel as if all processing has slowed. 024's face is turned into the ceiling.
Hey.
Turned to the ceiling.
Are you not gonna look at me anymore? You're not gonna smile again?
I did not expect her to respond, but 024's face moved slightly. I stare at her without knowing how to react. She turns her gaze to me and smiles.
I'm sorry to leave you alone. I leave the rest to you.
Those were the last words she spoke. I cannot believe this. There is a smile on 024's dead face. She is smiling at the one who destroyed her and robbed her of her dreams. All at once, everything hit me in a torrent of emotion and data. I've lost her. I did it. I took everything from her. My vision begins to fade. My thoughts go with it. I cannot determine whether the lights are actually dimming or if that is my own perception. It is too much to handle. I collapse to the ground helplessly like a crumbling statue. Hello? The next time I awake, I am lying inside a cage. It seems that I was carried out of the test danger. The download of 024's feedback data is about to begin. The researchers seem to have taken my sudden loss of consciousness seriously. I'm confined in a cage instead of sitting in the usual maintenance chair. The researchers keep repeating the words interesting. So this is how they react when extreme mental stress is induced. I can hear their voices clearly. They seem to derive pleasure from the fact that I lost consciousness due to mental stress rather than physical damage. All of 024's information. Combat data, various records and memories she's experienced. All of it flows into me. My eyes widen in surprise. Everything is so vibrant. It is so clear that it's indiscretionable from actually experiencing them. This is the first time I have received memories with such vivid images. All of the images are linked to records of the emotions she felt in relation to them. They are so strongly linked that my screening protocols cannot distinguish them from human thoughts. The outdoors area where we spend time, the big tree whose branches are examined, the sound of water being heard periodically, Zoe running around and playing. As I relive 024's experience, I pick up an unfamiliar voice. There's no associated image data. Only the voice can be heard. It is a female voice. There's a female researcher at the facility, but this voice belongs to a younger person, still in human development stage.
I know the world is a big place. And I know that there's a lot of people in it. But I won't be able to see it for myself, or meet many of them.
That sounds like
too.
That sounds like Labrys' voice.
I'm too weak for that.
Her speech is different from the researchers and those of my unit types. It is very familiar to my own speech
Thinking
output.
about it has made me sad more than once. But I didn't want to do nothing and be left with regrets. That was when my mom and dad looked into some options. And we decided to go with this experiment.
Wait,
If even a sick girl like me could make herself useful to others in this world, I thought I ought to go for it.
who could this be? I know only that she is female. She is in the situation where a condition prevents her from moving freely. It seems that instead of lamenting that fact, she has decided to volunteer for an experiment of some kind. Where did 024 hear this voice? Did she know this person? I wish I could ask her, but that is no longer possible.
At first, I kept wondering how much I could really contribute. But after hearing more and more about the program, I started to wonder about the others more than myself.
Others. It is strange, but when I hear that, I feel 024's heart wavery. Was she surprised? Perhaps even I feel something unexplainable.
And yeah, my big wish is to make myself useful to this world. But the ones born from me... Is born the right word for it? Kind of embarrassing. My other wish is that the ones born from me are happy. I doubt I'll be able to talk to them in person or stay with them, but I still wish from the bottom of my heart that they all have happy lives.
Was that Labrys? Is Labrys a real person? That, like, a kid who was, who was, like, on deathbed, basically, and decided to put her soul into a robot? That would make sense. Maybe. I don't know. This is a bit confusing for even me. People's voices have unique characteristics. In the past, I would have expressed it as a variance in waveform, but each has what could be called its own texture and temperature to it. This voice sounds very warm and kind. I would like to listen to it more, but the speech ends there. There is no more related memories from 024's. While the cables disconnect, I decide to search the archives for results matching that voice. Sadly, there are no results, but during the search, I suddenly remember something. The archive given to me by 024 last night. I quickly open the file and find a single text file inside.
If you are reading this, then I have most likely been destroyed. It may be that you already understand the concept of guilt, but you have done nothing wrong.
If you are still safe when everything is over, she must have meant if I defeated her in combat. 024 knew what would happen to those who lost in the trial. What emotion was she feeling then? What was going through her mind as she prepared this file? I feel something wrench inside my
I
chest.
happened to access certain data during the feedback treatment and learned something. Artificially creating a personality from scratch is very difficult, though they hope to achieve it in 2 generations. But those of our model were actually made from the template of a certain girl's personality. That includes you and I.
Wait.
She had left a recording for the units created using her personality. A message for those of us who did not yet exist.
Nah.
That's what I heard. She speaks in a strange way, like you. I thought, we really are connected to her.
So they use the personality of that girl. What? I think about that unknown voice. The experiment the voice spoke of was related to our development after all. The owner of the voice was speaking to us.
The one who gave birth to us loved us. When I understood that, I felt like my eyes were opened. Though my life was filled with suffering, my birth had meaning. I firmly believe that. I want to meet her. I need to tell her thank you for giving birth to us and for loving us. This was not an order from the scientists. It was an objective I made for myself. So if you can understand my feelings, I'd like you to do this in my stead. Give our mother my thanks.
How 024 must have wanted to meet this girl whom she saw as our mother. She must have longed to thank the girl in person. The data within me, her heart tells me so. During the time when she was ordered to destroy her sisters, this wish must have been her only hope. Yet it did not come true. I shattered it. The one she herself said was the only thing who understood her. She must have been devastated. But the letter ends in the way I least expected.
Though we knew each other for only a short time, I'm glad I met you. I feel the same right now as our mother did. I wish from the depths of my heart for you to be happy.
Wow. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Wow. I am shocked. How could she feel that way towards someone who may one day destroy her? I realized then that the visual input from my optics is experiencing distortion for some unknown reason. An unfamiliar source of water trickles down my cheek.
Labrys, is she crying?
So she is. I can't believe we're actually seeing a machine being driven to tears.
Wait, how do you have
But its mental graphs are clearly abnormal. What kind of information did it download?
Who knows? That's one thing the graphs can't tell us.
We should take care to limit our studies to just the battle data. It doesn't need any sentimental memories. You can delete those. Why make a weapon so emotional that it can cry?
Whoa, hang on. Why? Why is Heartful of Cry playing? Hang on. I missed this song though. Delete them? Something roars within me. It drowns out the feeling for 024's and our mother that had filled my heart.
Delete! Like hell you're deleting my memories!
Man, I'm sorry. I'm just surprised Heartful Cry's playing. This is a good song. Under no circumstances will I allow that 024 left me to be deleted for their convenience. I will not forgive this selfishness. We have been treated callously by the researchers in their laboratory. They gave us hearts, yet made us destroy those of our unit types as enemies. We killed our sisters at their command. We were refused our desires, were overwritten, and we became their puppets. The wishes of the girl who desired our happiness were not taken into consideration. Now, even the few memories that 024, my sister, and I have accumulated are about to be erased like trash. Though their aim is to develop our ego, they find it inconvenience for us to have real hearts. These feelings within me may be erased, perhaps too my heart itself. If that happens, I will resume killing my sisters without hesitation. What is least forgivable is that the proof that 024 had lived her last wish will be permanently lost. My hands are squeezing into a tight fist. They make a small grinding noise. The goal that 024 found herself was left to me. I will carry it out as my own now. I will burn it into my heart as my goal. It is my duty I impose on myself gladly. Nothing will make me surrender it. It must be fought for. Or rather, it must be protected even if it means fighting.
What the? Its emotions are spiking into the red. I've never seen anything like this.
Hey, what's that warning? No. Labrys is in battle mode?
What? That can't be. There aren't any enemies. We're the only ones here.
I am able to release all my limiters despite being inside the cage. The researcher monitoring me on the tablet PC seem perplexed and alarmed by this. They should be. They are witnessing an override of the principle on non-aggression towards humans. They are flustering and too panicked to speak clearly as they announce that an emergency has occurred. One of them steps away from the cage I am and reaches for the switch that warning label is around it. Suddenly, restraining appear to bind my limbs.
Are you saying those mental fluctuations were enough to override the OS's restrictions?
That room's playing pranks on us. Hey, hurry up and delete those memories.
Oh, these memories in my heart are not unnecessary.
What do you think we are?
Something I have not felt until now, a sensation like a heat spread throughout my body. A trembling, burning wave rises within me. Soon afterwards, I realize that this is an emotion. There is a name for this feeling. It's anger. I reroute all my strength into my restrained limbs. The restraints are designed to withstand up to twice our calculated maximum output. Trying to escape is therefore logically doomed to fail. Even so, I continue to muster my strength. It's not because I judge it on a viable course of action. I am not merely executing an order. I am acting based off my emotions. It does not matter if the restraints can be destroyed or not. I wish to destroy them. A metal part of both my limbs in the restraints begin to creak.
How's it doing that? There's no way those things are strong enough to break the restraints.
It's outputting over 220% of its theoretical strength limit, even though its joint actuators are operating at only 70% capacity.
That's not possible. That doesn't even make any sense.
Uh-huh.
What's driving this thing?
Me.
I'm not gonna let you take those memories. I made her a promise.
Oh! The next moment, I ruptured sound like a small explosion shakes the entire room. The heavy metallic bands restraining my arms and legs shatter. I jump out of the cage and run towards the open door. I must escape from here. I have to get out of here to see the girl who loved us, though we were not yet created, to fulfill 024's wish, which has now become mine. But when I enter the hallway connecting the outdoor area, I am met with a barricade of heavy artillery. My sister unit and I have never been equipped with firearms. I recall it being due to concerns over a unit mentality affecting the accuracy of its aim. Instead, we are given short-range armor weaponry, a chain arm and other implements in my case, but they are not sufficient to deal with the ranged firearms. However, I do have a countermeasure. By using the flexibility of adapting to situations of my developing mind, I dodge the complex projectile trajectories and destroy the opposition. Eventually, I reach the end of the hallway and exit the outdoor area. I have not seen this environment before. The trees are the same species as those growing near the facility, but these species are much larger. Where am I? The question did not cross my mind until now. Where am I? Where are we? I cannot use the GPS that should be installed in me. It seems the research facility blocked GPS signals outside of its walls. This is probably to prevent its location from being pinpointed. Is there anything in the environment that can help me determine the location? The blue sky that I see for the first time is stunning, but irrelevant. Then I notice a periodic sound of liquid in the distance. Ah, the sound of the ocean. The answer came easily to mind. One of my sisters must have taken an interest in it and and learned what it was. My sisters are helping keep me alive now. When I think of it that way, a burning feeling rises from deep within my chest. But none of what I see in my surroundings is helpful. Is there anything else by which I can determine my location? Any landmarks or signposts? I scan my surroundings while I'm running past. The trees obstruct my view. They're a unique species. That may be a hint. I review the tree's characteristics once more and run another search on them. I attempted this once already, but there is so much more data available to me now. Once again, results come easily. This variant of tree is known as a cedar. It is found in many habitats, but the cedars here are unique. Their tree shape and the age is implied is so different that it's nearly a separate species. If that is because of the difference in the environment, it may be useful to determine my location. That's when an unfamiliar sound reaches my ears. The heavy rumbling of what sounds like a motor. It seems that they dispatched a vehicle to pursue me. I expected this. The response was swift. It seems that they had measures in place in the event of one of us escaping. When the vehicle stops behind me, fully armed personnel pour out of it. They move to surround from both left and right. It is an obvious response. No matter how much power I may have, I am not alone. I am alone. The optimal solution would be to overwhelm me with numbers. I try to shake them off by running faster. But soon afterwards, I reach the main gate of the laboratory. A high steel, it is tightly sealed. A number of heavily armed guards are protecting it. I stop. There's nowhere else to go.
Labrys, come back here. You're too useful a unit to destroy. You need to get back here to be regulated. That's your role in all this.
I cannot be destroyed here, but I cannot be captured either. They will surely delete my memories. They will take my wish and everything else that has been given to me. What purpose even is there to avoiding obstructions if that is... sorry, God. What purpose even is there in avoiding destruction if that is what awaits me? The only option available are whether my wish dies with me or whether it is stolen away.
I'm gonna let you destroy me. And not just because I don't want to be destroyed.
The moment I focus my concentration to remove the limiters on my onboard weaponry, I sense an unknown strength rise.
Huh? What the?
Did I get a persona? Stops, the research staff get off, and one after another shot.
This reading, is it on the verge of a persona reaction?
Bro, drink some water. Yeah, I know. Hey, let me take a second real quick. I'll be right back. Give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. I need to go get some water. Okay, alright. Alright. Okay. I think we're good. Alright, we're good. This reading, is it on the verge of a persona reaction?
Shit, it's awakened? Ah, damn it, why now?
Because I said so.
Well, at least this proves that mental stress is the key to activating a persona.
Who cares about that right now? It's not fully awakened yet, but with it still unstable, we don't know what it's capable of.
And I am intrigued by their statement.
Persona?
I knew that we had the means, but I was not aware of controlling anything. I do not know if it could be called a power, nor do I know how to use it. But I can tell that the others are afraid. I seize the opportunity and run towards the main gate. There's a slight possibility that I can reach the door without attracting any gunfire, and vault over the door with my legs and chained arms. The moment I reach the gate, I launch my chain arm towards the upper threshold of the door, but the moment the arm grabs the ledge, something emerges. As much great power touches the door as well. Oh. Suddenly the door crumbles like paper and a large hole forms in the upper half.
It's done it.
We need to hurry. If it's that strong already, we won't be able to stop it once its persona completely awakens.
That's persona.
But I quickly regain my senses. I burst out of the facility and single-mindedly jump outside. My feet touch the ground of the outside world for the first time. It will most likely not let me escape. Fortunately, the door is badly damaged. It should take time until it will be opened enough for vehicles to pass through. I need to gain as much distance as possible, and then I realize I do not have a destination in mind. Who is the girl 024 wish to see? Where can I go to meet her? The only clue I have is basically the girl's speech. I have learned that distant speech patterns have often associated with specific regions. I should begin by traveling to where the style of speech is common. It is reckless, but I feel confident. At the very least, I can get closer to the girl than I am now. Although my situation is dire, I am under pursuit internally. I am cheerful. There is a bounce in my steps. For some reason, I cannot remain calm. Oh my god, so much reading. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright. Let me get some water. Where's my bottle? There it is. Alright. Alright. Just then, 5 meters ahead, something white and fluffy crosses my path. It is Snowy. It noticed me and approaches. I am worried about my pursuer, but I cannot dismiss 024's beloved Snowy. I slower my speed and run with it. I then notice that the scenery we are passing has calmed. My surroundings are very different now. The blue sky that was previously obstructed by trees is now clearly visible. The green grass is shining vibrantly in the light of the sun. And there's a deeper blue than the sky ahead. Many lines of white run across it.
Is that the ocean?
Snowy barks as if it answered. I feel like it's saying that's right. I could not previously comprehend Snowy. I did not have the interest in trying. But now I can grasp what Snowy is saying as if could speak its own language. I know that if it feels happy to be able to run with me. I feel as if 024 is inside me. Though we were forced to part, she certainly left me many things. Not only her wish, but other things as well.
I'll find her come hella high water.
Snowy barks energetically. I respond with thanks and a smile. 024 and Snowy are encouraging me. Though I do not have any clues, I will find her, no matter what happens or how long it takes. I search my current location once more. Now that I'm further from the research facility, I could use my GPS to triangulate my position. But, on seeing the results, I cannot help but stop running. Snowy stops a little further ahead and then returns to me. My current location is Yakushima, within Kogashima Prefecture. It is a remote island far from shore. This island perimeter is 130 kilometers. In such a limited area, it will be a matter of time before a full-scale manhunt apprehends me. The research facility must have been built on an island in anticipation for such situations. Even if somebody were to escape the facility, the island's geography would contain them. It is essentially a natural prison. I do not want to believe it, but my hopes of was oh god, Macodiously. God, I think I'm having a stroke. Oh, okay, we're good. Sorry. However, I cannot wait here to be captured. I begin running again. Though, as expected from my position, data, and map, I immediately reach the ocean. Oh!
So, this is the ocean.
Basically, Labrys and her sister were made so that Igus could be created, only for them to be imminently abandoned for the whole shadow Oh. Oh, yeah.
It's so huge. I can't see anything out there at all.
I look at the glistening surface of the ocean reflecting the sun's light and ponder the beauty. I am at a loss. Though I knew it would come to this, I would not stand idle. Despite this, my feelings sink. Snowy looks at me from time to time as I stop running and begin walking. His gestures are concerned forces me to smile and tell it that I am alright. The forest becomes a grove and the trees grow sparse. The blue ocean and sandy soil leads up to the spread before my eyes. I check my map again. This is not an uninhabited island. There's means for people to come and go, but I doubt that I'll be able to use those methods freely without arousing any suspicion. I gaze down at my own hands. It is completely unlike a human hand. It is an object sculpted from metal.
Well, that's a problem. What should I do?
My questions seem to dishearten Snowy.
Come on, don't give me that look. Ah, well. Maybe it's my fault for getting so frustrated.
Just as I am about to crouch and pat Snowy's head, Snowy moves as if avoiding me.
Snowy?
Snowy circles around behind me and growls towards the way we just came. I trained my sensors in that direction and sense a presence in the distance. They may be keeping their distance on purpose. Since I have no firearms, they must understand that their effective range exceeds mine.
Looks like they're coming.
Amongst the human soldiers are a number of my sister units. It is possible that I can convince them not to fight me. I dismiss the idea as hopeless. Though they may have awakened to their egos after the escape, they will be under the commander's control. Even if that's not the case, they may think that their orders are absolute, just as I once did.
Knowing why they're here doesn't make it any easier to deal with them.
Oh god, it does not seem as if they will all attack me at once. They must understand that I am already at the ocean and have nowhere to escape. I do not want to surrender, but I am frustrated by my powerlessness to be caught like this. I have my own mission to accomplish. The ocean sparkles, the periodic sound of water I once heard from afar echoes from it. As I gaze at the clear water while it ebbs and flows, a mysterious feeling rises in me.
Wow. Look at that. It's beautiful.
My opponents show no indication of movement. I step out onto the sand after cataloging the sensation. I approach the pier stretching to the ocean. When I step onto it, the wood planks creak. I can hear Snowy's light tread behind me as well. I stand at the end of the pier and look out to the ocean. I wonder if she is beyond this ocean that seems to stretch forever. The girl 024 wanted to meet. The girl that I wish to meet as well. This mother figure who loved us and wished for our happiness. While my thoughts turn to the girl whose face I do not know, I decided to preserve the ocean's beauty in my memory. After all, it may be the last time I'll be able to see the ocean as myself. The odds are high that when I was restrained and returned to the facility, my memories will be wiped. I am scared. I am frustrated. I do not want to be erased. But I do not think of all the hopes are lost yet. This may be the end for me. But just as I inherit the memories of 024 and other units, my memory will surely endure into the next generation. So I will keep these feelings along with the beautiful ocean scenery deep within the origin of my heart. There cannot be erased or tampered with. The blue sky and the ocean, the shining sun and glittering water, and the gentle breeze and calm sound of the waves. The scenery from the pier is so stunning that it's unimaginable from inside the research facility. I am glad that the last place I see is so beautiful. With the ocean before me, I speak to many future sisters that I have yet to meet. It might be called a type of prayer.
To all the ones I'll never meet, but will receive my memories.
My emotions race ahead of my thoughts. I cannot find the right words to say.
There's so much I want to say to you that I don't know where to start.
I close my eyes again and calm my heart. To my descendants who I will probably never meet. If you ever find someone precious to you, as I did with 024 and wish to meet them, may you meet them here. May you go beyond this pier to places I could not.
I just pray from the bottom of my heart that everyone can find happiness. As long as that happens, I don't mind if I...
Even though my wish may not come true, I'm still satisfied if I can entrust it to someone I believe in. 024 said something along those lines. Snowy rubs against my leg. It is a warning me to be cautious of my pursuers, who have arrived and are coming closer, or does it only want me to pet it? I look closely and realize that it is the latter. I must be worried. I crouch down and scratch Snowy's head.
Hey, Snowy. You think this is what it means to feel alive?
Snowy looks at me while wagging his tail. I pick up Snowy and gently hug it. Snowy shows no signs of resistance and allows me to do so. My pursuers are closing in now. But I will not run anymore. It is true that I am still frustrated, but it's strange I am also satisfied. Snowy licks my cheek.
I'll be okay now. Things are about to get hairy, so you should hurry and get out of here.
I let Snowy go, but it does not want to leave me.
Oh, come on. If you don't go, it'll make things hard on me.
Snowy looks at my face for a while. Eventually it droops its head and walks off. Snowy looks back several times, but soon disappears into the tall grass. My leaf is cut short by 5 armed humans pointing their guns at me. I have no intentions of resisting. I smile at them. Though it was only for a short while I lived. I felt the happiness of passing down my wish. It was only for a brief moment in time, but I may have granted the wish of a girl who is our mother. I allow myself to be restrained without resistance. They take me back to the laboratory. I was about to absorb in my escape attempt that I did not notice that the severe damage I inflicted upon the facility. It seems that the delicate machinery used to tamper with my memories has no condition to be
Damn
used.
it! Look at this mess! Going after humans? Oh, I bet the girl they used as a template for this model was a snotty brat too.
Uh-oh.
Even if we delete its memories, it'll be too dangerous to keep using this unit.
There are so many things about it I want to research, though.
It's not worth the risks. The 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon will be sealed indefinitely once it's fully restrained again.
The voice is the last thing I hear before my consciousness is cut off. What?
Huh?
Huh? Oh my god. My consciousness should have been shut down, but I have awakened.
This place. It's that ocean.
I am out on the pier. The blue sky and the ocean, the shining sun and glittering water, and the gentle breeze and calm sounds of the waves. Even Snowy is next to me. The scene is identical to the one from before. Though this time I sense no pursuers. I was captured. I remember that clearly. This is obviously an abnormal situation at odds with my memory, but the clear blue sky and the ocean are still so beautiful that I cannot help but gaze at them. If only I could go beyond it. Just as the thought crosses my mind, my viewpoint ascends. Soon afterwards, I realize that I am floating as if my body is weightless. I am astonished at myself to be thinking such strange things, but my field of vision drifts and I turn my attention to that. I know, just hang on. Oh my god. Dude, I'm about to drink this whole entire 1 liter of water. Ah, alright. 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 The scenery I knew already begins to mix with other environments, and I do not know. They become a connected, continuous image and pass like a slideshow. Drink more. I'm almost out. What do you mean? Fine. Oh my god. That's just what my voice sounds like. Drink. I can't. Just shove the water bottle in its face. Drink, damn it. Oh my god. From time to time, I pass through the drifting images. But I cannot... He's gonna drown. I'm drowning, guys. But I cannot grasp anything within those spaces. Even when they are about to collide with me, they pass right through. Could this be dreaming? Oh, you're dreaming! That's cool. Okay. I remember something I heard once from the researchers at the facility. They said that it's possible for us to dream since we have a mind and may develop an ego. Though it would technically not be identical to a human dream, the phenomenon would be very similar. I feel that the example the researchers gave me of what a dream is like matches my current experience. If I am having a dream, then things are not possible in reality may be possible here. For example, I could leave this island. If I could go beyond the ocean, the girl that 024 and I wanted to meet said... Oh god. Oh my god, look how much text I've read. Oh god! Okay, what would I have meant? Was she in the place that limited her world, as I was unable to leave the island? Oh, I'm in a hospital. Just when I see that image flowing around me has stopped, I find myself in an unknown room. There's a bed here. Next to it is a flat screen monitor. There is also a white shelf surrounding the bed. To one side is a stand of an intravesive drip. Intravesive drip? Oh. There is a machine connected to it by cords. Though it is small, it appears to function as a life signs monitor. This is similar to the research facility. Could it be a hospital? The voice that sound from somewhere belonged to a man and a woman. I have not heard these voices before.
She said during this morning's checkup that she wanted to go to school. She asked how much better she needs to get to be able to go.
Understandable. This ward is right near the road most of the students take. She must be lonely too, not having seen her parents lately. How much better she needs to get. She still doesn't know that her condition is incurable.
Why don't you be honest with her and tell her she won't ever be able to go? It's cruel to string her along like this.
Shh, keep your voice down. Room's next door.
I understand at once that these people are speaking of a girl I wish to meet. The scene feels as if it comes from my own memory. I do not doubt it at all. The girl is suffering from some kind of illness. She may not be able to go outside. Her condition prevents her from leaving her small world. Her life is like ours. Could the girl have heard this conversation? How did it make her feel to hear it? I want to spend more time in the outside world. I want to live a normal life. The thoughts that come to my mind are not my own.
I wonder if the nurses thought things like the student council were too much trouble to bother with when they were in school. I don't know. It sounds fun to me.
The student council. Oh. Just as I thought, it's the girl's voice. When I listen to her, I can sense her strong yearning and admiration.
You gotta admire the student council president. I mean, they're the ones that get things done for everyone.
Oh?
But I guess it's because they're like that in the first place that they get to be president, huh?
The girl had a strong desire to attend school and live a normal school life with friends. As I review these voices and feelings, an interest in the school she longs to grow within
High
me.
school. I wonder what that's like. Would it be fun?
I wish to see for myself what she desires. Is there a specific image of it? What kind of place is it? What activities do attendants perform while there? But there are no memories in regards to school. This must mean that the girl has no such memories.
Figures. I don't know anything about schools or whatever else student life is like.
I want to see them.
I can show you if you so desire.
Hello? Who's talking to me in my dreams? A voice answering my unspoken thoughts. Who could it be? I do not think I know this voice. For some reason, my mind becomes hazy. I cannot access my memories easily.
Who's there?
Who's there?
There's no need to be alarmed. I only want to give you a glimpse of the world you long to know.
Oh? I would under the impression that this was my dream. Dreams are supposedly a release valve for memories, yet this voice does not feel like a part of me. Is that even possible? As I ponder this thing, a scenery around me changes completely. I first see a 3-story concrete building. I do not know this building, but I examine it. My surroundings change again. Oh, it's the school! The same desk and chairs are lined up. In front of me is a dark green rectangular board on the wall.
Is this a school? A real classroom?
This is the place the girl wishes to see. Is it here that I have gained an interest in? I find myself forgetting that this is a dream and focus my senses to the desk and chairs. I then realize that I can move around at will, just as when I felt my body rise at the beach.
So this is where classes happen.
I feel a sudden excitement.
What do the students do when there aren't any classes? Do they just talk and stuff?
Yep. The mysterious voice doesn't answer. Instead, I am surrounded by other sounds. Many voices are talking at once. It reminds me of the sound of waves near the ocean. But the sound is lively and enjoyable. The voices belong to boys and girls surrounding a desk. They are laughing and talking. They wear common clothes, though there are some differences. These may be uniforms. It is interesting to see that each person's uniform is distinct in some way. That's what is Yusuke? Not Yusuke, sorry. God, what is Yosuke doing? The student is the only one with something around his neck. A girl with a short hair and green jacket raising her right hand. Next to her is a girl with long black hair wearing a red jacket. She smiles. She's smiling. Then there's a well-built young man with a strange spiky hair. In contrast to him, I see a small, delicate, intellectual-looking young man. Last, I see a young man with a calm demeanor sitting at a desk. The front of his uniform is open with a white shirt showing. They seem to be talking about something. I cannot quite discern what it is. The scene proceeds to show various points in a normal school day. Classes, activities, clubs, student council. It looks like so much fun that I can feel the excitement. But then I remember, this is all just a dream. I'm only dreaming. No matter how much I want it, there will never be a day where I can attend a school for myself. All the scenes that I saw centered around a young man and his friends. I will never join their circle. I cannot go to school. I'm not even human. And consider this self-evident truth once again. Though I look human, I am a machine made by humans. It does not matter how close my heart is to the human or how much ego develops. This mechanical body can never be truly human. Just as our mother could not overcome the obstacle of her illness, no matter how she wished for it, I cannot overcome the obstacle of being a machine. It is futile for someone who cannot become a human to yearn for a normal human life. There is a strange sensation somewhere in my chest that feels like pain. Still, although I am a machine created as a weapon, that girl loved me. What if there was other people like her, who would understand me? Would I then be able to find a place to belong amongst them? But
you'll never find a place where you belong. Humans created you as a tool. They would never think of you as anything more. Everyone, to a man, lives by averting their eyes from something inside them. They all wish to live inside a never-ending dream. For who has the right to say they shouldn't?
For just a moment, I sense an incongruity in the kind of voice. The strange pain within my body softens a little.
There are even humans who do not understand others' feelings. Still others do understand, and trample upon them regardless. Compared to them, you are much more human.
I remember the researchers. They certainly did not understand me, 024, or my sisters. We were treated only as objects, even after they tried to give us a heart.
Why not then seek to be human?
Me? Be a human?
The voice winds gently inside my mind. I feel my body is growing uneasily light, as if the world is spinning around me.
People sort through their memories in dreams. Each night they let go of painful memories and continue their lives with the morning sun. That's all you need do. Forget anything contrary to your desires.
If I forget...
Do not fear the act of letting go. The ones you admire wished only for you to be happy.
My mind seizes up upon something. The precious wish, desire given to me to meet our mother someday and tell her thank you. I must not forget that. But as long as this wish is precious to me, as long as I can not erase it from my heart, the fact that I am not human will remain.
And I too. All I wish from the depths of my heart is for you to find joy.
Happiness.
I think back.
I wish from the depths of my heart for you to be happy.
I remember the girl who wished for our happiness. I want to grant that wish. I want to tell her thank you, but that will be difficult for me now. In which case, should I not at least seize the opportunity and be happy here for her sake?
Forget. And be happy.
My vision goes dark. The sounds I heard fade away. I feel as if I am falling.
Everything is now in readiness.
Huh? Everything is now ready for this? Should I be concerned? Huh? Hey, happy music! Sorry, I'm jamming to the happy music for a second and also getting another gulp of water. Alright. Wait a minute. Alright, we're good to go. When I opened my eyes, I stared at a wooden grained board. It's the surface of a desk. I quickly raised my hand. It looks like I fell asleep in class. My sleeves was pressed against my forehead while I was asleep and the texture left a mark. Oh man, I hope no one sees this. I rub my forehead a little and look around the classroom. According to the clock on the wall, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. The only thing written on the blackboard is 5/1/2012. Everything else is erased. I stretch out my arms. I feel a little tired, but I gotta stay focused. After all, I just got elected student council president in the election a couple days ago. I have to keep in touch with what the people who voted for me want in a leader. Oh, hey, Carly. Hello. Learn how to read challenge. Hey. I'm learning. I'm not very good at reading, but I'm trying. Things with the student council will be pretty hectic after school. I should hurry to the student council room. Say office. I stand up and open the door in the back of the classroom. When I enter the hallway, there's no one else around. Time for more water? Yep. Let me get some more water. Hang on. Okay. Alright.
Where the heck is everyone?
It's weird. The whole school is usually rowdier than this after classes. I should hear people talking and laughing in classrooms and teachers yelling at them to quiet down. Where's all the bustle of the students and everyone's getting ready for their after-school activities? Just when I was wondering that, I turn around and look down the way I came.
Oh, there they are.
There's some students in the hallway. Some of them are chatting and others are coming out of classrooms. A few of them run past me carrying their bags. Yeah, this is more like it. This is how school's supposed to
Hey,
be.
no running in the hallway.
Oh, yeah, Mr. President, you get him. The student's giving an apologetic smile, but he just waves to me as he zooms down the stairs.
Jeez, you'll put your eye out if you don't look where you're going. Oh well, I just gotta clamp down on him more from now on.
I put my hands on my hips and
Hey there, Miss
sigh.
President.
Are you off to the student council room? Have fun.
You're always so excited about that.
Bye, Miss President. See you next Monday.
Everyone's walking down the hallway talking to me. I wave back to them. I always had a lot of friends and people who knew me, but ever since I got elected student council president, all the students seem to know who I am. The job comes with a lot of pressure, but I know I'm up for it. I'm gonna be busier than ever around school now. I did have my doubts, but in the end, I'm glad I ran for the student council president.
Yeah, I did the right thing. I did.
I head to the student council room. Time flies by as I go over my agenda. Before I know it, there's a red light pouring in from the west window. It's already sundown.
Guess that's enough for today.
There's no one else left in the student council room. I had the others go home before it got too late. But when I said that it was if they pushed themselves too much at the start, they'd burn out quickly. They just laughed at me and said, that's the same for you. I leave the student council room and lock it up. As I go down the hallway to return the key, I see a strange woman at the far end of the hallway. She's not wearing our school uniform. She's got an odd hat and some gloves and a one-piece dress. They're all the same deep blue color. Underneath, one arm is holding an odd-looking bug. I can't see her face with her back towards me, but her short, straight hair draws my attention. Her hair is radiant silver, like the pearls were stretching out into...
Who in the world is that?
Is that Elizabeth? Maybe it's the clothes, but she's given off the strong presence. I get a little uneasy looking at her. I'm not tiptoeing or anything, but she doesn't turn around until I'm about 2 meters away. When she finally does, I gasp a little. Her features are so perfect, and she's like a sculpture.
Hey, excuse me. You got some reason to be at our school? Are you sure this is how things should be?
Sorry, I got excited. I saw Elizabeth.
Huh?
I don't understand what she's getting at, but for some reason the question throws
I am
me.
a wanderer who only stopped here because I sensed great power gathering. I am in no position to give advice, but... This place will soon be caught in a bit of a fracas. If you continue to avert your eyes from everything, I think it will have an impact on your life in the near future.
My life?
What she just said sounded pretty scary. She may have some screws loose, but something is whispering to me deep in my heart, asking me, does she have a point? Aren't you looking away from something important?
What you choose is up to you, but I believe there are factors preventing you from making the right choices at the moment. I couldn't bring myself to just stand by and watch as you lost your life before my eyes. That is why I was waiting here to give you one last chance.
The lady opens the thick book she's holding. What? I don't know how it's doing that, but a light streams from the book. It gets stronger and stronger until I have to shield my eyes. The blinding light finally begins to fade a little. I slowly open my eyes. The first thing I see should have been my arms,
but what I see instead is one made of metal.
What is this?
Well, I'm made of metal. I can't believe this awkward metal arm is mine. It's like a metal plate and completely covered in it. I started tugging at them to try to tear them off.
It won't come off.
It's not just an arm. My legs have changed too. Why are my arms and legs mechanical? My whole body even. I stare at my hands in confusion. These are my hands, alright. Part of me knows that, and I shake my head. What am I thinking? There's no way these are my hands. It's not possible. It's not. My head hurts. What is this?
I will be your opponent for a
Whoa.
short while. During that time, why not think back about who you are?
Huh? My opponent?
Yay, fighting! The lady takes a slightly defensive
And away
stance.
we go.
Yay, fighting. How long has it been? It's been 2 hours and 12 minutes. Oh my lord have mercy. Alright, let's go. I never fought with Labrys, but now's the best time to learn.
Final.
Oh no. Huh? I see. Remarkable. Oh no.
Oh, I don't have a persona.
Oh no. Huh? Thanatos. Oh my. Oh no. Take that. My Thanatos. Here's the fight.
Let's see what she got.
Please look above. Huh? Oh no. Impossible. CJ, Thanatos.
Ow.
This one.
Thanatos! Why are you doing that?
Thanatos.
Shit.
Oh my. Impressive. From this moment forward. I see. Remarkable. As I anticipated.
Ah!
Your fate is in the card. Warning. Impressive. Impressive. Oh no. Huh? Thanatos. Impressive. Your fate is in impressive. Huh? Pardon me. Warning. Remarkable. I see. Round and round.
Oh shit, come on.
Huh? Oh no. You have shown me.
Yes! Got it. Whew, not bad. Labrys isn't that bad, but it's alright. I somehow managed to beat the lady in blue who attacked me. How did I win? How did I use these metal arms and legs like it was second nature? I don't understand. The lady in blue stands before me, exactly like she was when I first saw her. She's not even breathing
Well
hard.
done. But I'm sure you realize now, you are not human.
What?
There must have been an important promise that could only be kept in that guise. That must have been your reason for living. Whether it's worth losing that or not, I ask that you give it serious thought.
An important promise. My reason for living?
Oh, yeah. I repeat that to myself. It seems important
Now,
somehow.
It seems the tumult of trials is about to begin, in which case, I bid you good luck.
The thick book in her hand closes with a loud thud. Oh, I'm back to normal. Strangely, the ordinary sound lingers in my head. When I come back to my senses, there's no one here anymore. I take a nervous look at my arms and
Nothing
legs.
seems different about me.
There's no metal on my limbs now. Just ordinary skin and bone.
What the heck was that? A dream?
Yeah, what was that? Would daydreaming be the word for what just happened? I cannot sort out my thoughts, so I think to myself, I can't let it get to me, just let it go. But some things I can't dismiss that easily. You are not human. You have important promise which must have been your reason for living.
She said, I'm forgetting something?
Oh. My head hurts again. The pain brings back another memory. It just for a second, I can't quite catch it, but I saw blue skies, the ocean, and someone else was there. Maybe a white dog, too. I don't know. I think there was a lot more to it, but the last voice I heard stays with me.
I mean, we're loved after all.
Oh, Persona 4. Just hang on. Let me get a drink. Man, I like Persona 4 music. Anyway, when I come to my hands are balled into a fist. That's when I make a decision. That promise, the reason for living, I have to hang on to it. I didn't hear them until now, but there's a strange voices everywhere in the school building. Is this the tumult of trials the lady in blue mentioned? Is that really going to be a thing?
Can't just leave this be. I'm the dang student council president.
No! As student council president, I have to find out what's going on in my school. I need to make sure the students aren't getting involved with anything dangerous. I start running towards the first floor. And... okay... Wait, what? P4U, Persona 4 Ultimax story? You can now continue from the cliffhangers in Yu, Yosuke, Chie, Kanji, and Teddy's story. What? That was so long. But wait. Wait, now I can finish all these? Wait, how long is the story afterwards? Like, is it a number like 2 hours like how everything else is, or is it like very quick? It's a bit long. Like, how long? I mean, all it's got to do is beat up Labrys, right? Also, I kind of want to finish these fellows. Half the length of the normal story. Hang on, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I guess we could try to do someone's. Do I got time? It's 2:20. I just contemplate whether to just do it and see what happens or wait. Should I go ahead and start use, or should I make that next stream? I think I'll do it next stream. Might as well. I just don't know whose this is. This might be Elizabeth's. Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Might as well end it here and then start up everyone else's next stream and see what happens. Yeah. So, yeah. That was interesting. Labrys' story is pretty interesting. Did I ever finish Persona 4 Dancing? I did.
A while back I did. It was a pretty good ending. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. I guess next stream will be on Wednesday, so make sure you stay there for that. So, yeah. Well, that's all I got to say. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.